fast food. Our family text thread, my dad texted, he was like, I found a way to get a Big Mac cheaper. And he said, you can order a double cheeseburger and ask for Big Mac sauce. So he goes, it's cheaper, and they get rid of that third bun, so it's Atkins. That's how you do it. That third bun is the one that you're like, I don't know if I need the third bun. My parents are getting older. They're not super old, but they're at the age where, you know, if they trip, they will fall to the ground. There's just an age where it happens. I mean, if I trip, my body hasn't touched the ground in 40 years. But for them, it's just, I don't know. It's like the upper is like, we're going. And the lower is like, what? And it's just, whoa. And I mean, there's no like, whoa. It's just, they don't even know what's happening. They're just looking at you, and you're like, you're not feeling any of this? And they hit the ground so hard, it's like they got thrown off a roof. Everybody hears it, they're like, what's going on? I think my parents are down. I gotta get them up. My mom's got a bruise that won't go away for 2 years. I just walk ahead of them now. I'm like a Sherpa. Just let them know the terrain that we're about to hit. Got a little carpet coming up. Got a little carpet, won't go outside, a little brighter than inside. Yeah, and cobblestone, you ain't gonna make that. So, lay down on the carpet. I'm gonna back the car up in the building. We had my mom go pick up our daughter recently at a friend's house, and I texted her the address, and she drove to the wrong house. She knocked on the door, another grandmother answered. Well, this is no good. This is like two dogs seeing each other through a fence. It's gonna be hard to get them both back inside. So my mom, she goes, is my granddaughter there? And that lady goes, I have 3 grandsons. No solution. Just 2 grandmothers. You have stuff? I have stuff too. They talked for 30 minutes. It's a wrong door. I had to go get my daughter, then find my mom. And wives are the ones that keep it together the longest in a relationship. If you see an old married couple, like 80-year-old, they're 80, the wife is just, she's with it. And her husband's like, where are we at right now? Like I mean, our brains fall off a cliff, dude. Like the only reason he's out is because she's like, you better get out and let people see you a little bit. It's like some zookeeper walking some old gorilla around. Let the kids touch you. Everybody's trying to feed him. Don't feed him that. Well, I think he wants it. He definitely wants it. He's too dumb to know he can't have it. My dad goes to the hospital all the time. I mean, he has surgery 8 times a year, probably. He loves it. He loves it. The doctor will go, look, you could just stretch. And he goes, let's just do the surgery. He had surgery because he was addicted to Afrin, the nose spray. Yeah. Look, I got addicted to Afrin as well. I would honestly tell you, if you don't know what it is, I would tell you not to get involved. It's one of the best things I've ever been part of. When I was on it too, my wife was furious. I had to try to hide it from her. She could hear it from 3 blocks away, just one little puff. What's that? I ain't gonna live like this. I ain't worked this hard not to do Afrin in my own home. So my dad, they go to the doctor, him and my mom. And the doctor was like, do you use Afrin? And my dad goes, no. And the doctor was like, I can tell that you use it. I was just saying that. So he goes, how long have you used it? And my dad said 5 years, which is a lie. And my mom is like, she's like, well, tell the truth. You know, she goes, he's used it for 45 years. He used Afrin 45 years. Just for reference, if you don't know, the back of the box suggests no more than 3 days. I mean, there's not a medicine on earth that tells you to give it a good 45-year run.
Country, they travel really good. And you go by, you ever see homeless, because you see them asleep on the sidewalk, and I always feel bad, but every time I go, a homeless guy is asleep, I always notice they go to bed at a very reasonable hour. Just walk by. You'll be like 9 o'clock. You're like, that guy's going to get a solid 8 hours. I'm going to toss and turn. He'll be to work on time, you know? One homeless guy, once he asked me for money, and I was like, all right, here. And I gave him money, and he was like, it's good to give money, man. This could happen to you. You could be homeless by tomorrow. And I was like, I don't know about by tomorrow. I was like, I have a lot of friends and family, you know? Like, I have to get rid of all of them in 20... I don't have time to do that. I would have to kill them all, and then I would just go to jail. I still wouldn't even be homeless. So I don't even think I could be homeless, you know? It'd take a long time. Very forced. Maybe that's what his message was. Maybe that was good. I don't know. When I first moved to New York from Nashville, I was here 3 months, and we would always like do comedy, then we'd go eat at a diner really late. So one night, I'm sitting in the back of this diner with some other buddies, and this guy walks in with a seeing-eye dog, but he was pretending to be blind, like he's not blind. And I could tell. I'm really good at like telling when people are fake blind. And he walks in. First of all, he makes a big announcement to everybody, like, hey, I'm blind. I'm blind, everybody. And he started just walking around, just knocking everything off everybody's table. Like, oh, I wish I could see what's going on, but I can't because I'm blind. And he had a seeing-eye dog, but he was leading the dog around the whole time. Like, the dog never got in front of him. And I was like, it doesn't work like that. You know, I don't think the dog builds confidence. And he's like, why don't you do some of these on your own? I just want to see, like, you know, what I'm dealing with. So I'm watching all this happen. I'm getting pretty upset about it, you know, because I just moved to the north from the south, so I still cared about people at this point. And now I've been beaten down by New York. Now if someone, like, died in front of me, like, really, right in front of me? All right. Yeah. You just tell you, like, don't look at him. That's what he wants, all right? That's what he wants. So I'm like, all right, I gotta say something. So they said they kicked him outside. I get out there. In my Mayberry head, I think this is New York's biggest problem. So I walked over, and I was like, hey, what's wrong with you, man? Like, why would you pretend to be blind? You know, how would you feel if you really were blind? And he was like, how would you feel if you were blind? I was like, what does that have to do with anything? And then he sprayed me with Mace. And let me tell you, blind or not, he was crazy accurate. It wasn't like, oh, did I get him? It was both eyeballs directly. The bridge of my nose wasn't even wet. That's how good he was. And when you get sprayed with mace, you can see for a second. And I look up and I saw him. And he runs across the street, and he got hit by a cab. I promise. He ran right in front of a cab, and it's slanted. He was all right. It hit him. He fell onto the sidewalk. But I remember thinking I saw that cab. He definitely should have seen it, And it's all right. There's a good chance he is blind. Maybe it's his first day or something. I don't know. When it happened, the weird, I was telling people, when I told people, they would always want to be like, oh, was it mace or pepper spray? I got asked that. Everybody asked me that. Was it mace or pepper spray? Which is I don't know what it was. What kind of life are you living if you could tell the difference of mace and pepper spray? If I knew, I was that time was pepper spray, that time. Yeah. This happens a lot. It happens a lot. You just don't say, I don't say anything. Anything about stuff that goes on. You just let stuff happen. I was flying recently, and now when you fly, you can leave your phone in airplane mode. So I'm sitting there about to take off. I'm playing a game. This lady leans over a guy and was like, hey, you got to cut your phone off. And I was like, what? And she goes, you got to cut your phone off. You can't have it on. I was like, you don't have to do that anymore. And she was like, you have to do it. I go, you don't have to do it. That's not the rules, And she's like, look, I'm not a rule maker. I was like, well, you're acting like a rule maker because those are not the rules. And she goes, cut it off, all right? And guess what? I cut it off. I cut it off, and now I think about her every day. Every day I think about her. I just want to find her again. I really do. If she ever sees this, you were not right, all right? I was completely right. This is, I think, the only way. You were wrong about it all. I bet she would just be watching going, I don't know. She's not going to know, because she's clearly let it go. So she's won this. She's like, what is this guy? I don't know why she would be answering all right. I'm like, she's not going to know, but she's going, I don't know what he's talking about. Well, that doesn't make sense. Then now she knows. She might know. We're going to do a thing at the end of this. We're going to reunite. The DVD extras will be me and her getting back together. Just, it is. You just want to be left alone. I don't want to say, you ever watch that show on ABC, What Would You Do? That, the only reason I would maybe do something nice in a weird situation is because I would be afraid to be on that show. Because they're going to, they always show something crazy happen, someone sneaks into a purse and takes a lady's, and they're see who says something. And that's the only reason I might be well, I don't want to be on TV, so yeah, you can't do that. But some people, they do it, some people stop it. Some people don't stop it, but they still interview them. You don't have to say yes. You can tell them no. You could say, no, you can't show that. And people just want to be on TV. That, it's do you mind if we talk about you being the worst person ever? Yeah, I would love to talk about it, Should we blur your face? No. I want all my friends to know. I travel a lot doing comedy, which is great. I've been to a bunch of different countries, and it's all wasted on me. It would be better for you guys to go. I don't know where I'm at, in the world. When I'm there, I'm I could be an hour from my parents or 5 days. I'm I don't know, it's somewhere, I went to Bahrain, and I told people I went